Hello everyone, it is your friendly neighborhood gaming weasel back again with another tutorial gameplay guide type of thing video, and in today's video we're doing an updated version of my old Oxium guide. Now my old Oxium guide was uploaded I think like a year, maybe a year and a half ago. I think it's been a year since I last uploaded it, and basically you might be asking, what has changed? Is there some new mechanic, a new Warframe, new item to increase the drop and to give you millions and millions of Oxium? No, basically not, but the video quality is better, the audio quality is much better, the video is more concise and easier to follow, and there's a couple of new locations, couple of different tips for you guys so you can get Oxium much more efficiently. I found out in my last video I was averaging around 700 Oxium per 10 waves. I'm getting a little bit more now, so I'm actually averaging a little bit higher on the 800 scale, so that's pretty cool. So 800 Oxium per 10 waves is a decent sum of the Oxium to get in this certain farming location. So, a couple of tips and a couple of know-hows, I guess, before we actually start the video. Oxium is a rare resource that you get from Oxium Ospreys. It is a 100% drop unless the Oxium Ospreys self-destruct. When you see them backing up and charging, then you know it's over, no Oxium for you. So one of the better ways is actually trapping them. So we'll see about that. You might be seeing in the gameplay what I'm hinting at. But a double resource booster, also a very, very good thing. Instead of getting, let's say, 5 Oxium, you're going to get 10. Instead of getting 10, you're going to get 20. So the grind is going to be much faster. Now, one thing I want to say, on the gameplay, or in the gameplay, I did have a resource double booster, so keep that in mind. Without it, you're going to get, well, 400 instead of 800 and 200 instead of 400, so on and so forth. So keep that in mind, so it doesn't seem like I'm, lying to you guys. So, locations. There's a new location on farming Oxium. Well, at least I found it to be pretty good, to be honest with you. And it is on Phobos. It's called the Gulliver. It is a defense mission, level 10 from 15, Corpus mission. Honestly, this is pretty easy to do if you're a newer player. If you need some, maybe Oxium for maybe a couple of items, this is going to be a decent location for you until you move on to the second one, which is the main one of this video. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on. So level 10 to 15, if you possibly have the chance of having a friend maybe, or knowing someone in the Warframe community, or in your clan to help you out with a Cora, Necros, and preferably a Speed Nova, ask them, or maybe they can taxi you to a higher location. That'd be pretty cool, because I can't speak apparently. Cora with her Pilfering Jungle Dome is going to be very good because of the extra 65% drop chance, and also Necros desecrating other bodies, having an extra chance of dropping loot. So those two are going to be very, very effective and very useful inside of these missions. Pluto is the next one. It is the Outer Terminus. It is a defense mission, level 30 to 40, and of course a Corpus mission, because Oxium Ospreys only spawn in Corpus missions. And this is another cool mission, pretty plain and simple. It is a defense mission. You need to defend the target. The setup is the same. Cora, Necros, then Speed Nova and or Wisp, for example, to buff you up. If you were gonna stay longer than 10, 20, 30 waves, then that is definitely something that I would use. The Spina on Neptune is a pretty good mission. It is an excavation mission. You don't have, I guess, a high chance of getting Oxium here. You have a chance of getting Oxium around 300, maybe for 1000 cryotic. But honestly, the I guess good thing about this is you get yourself cryotic, of course, which is very useful. You get yourself Oxium, and you also get 400 endo per excavator if you get lucky, so keep that in mind. That is luck based, so that is pretty good. Now the big daddy Oxium farming location, Io on Jupiter. The location basically stayed the same. It was top dog back then, it's top dog right now. I played with a random squad. I was lucky enough to have a Necros in my team. I used Korra with a little bit of range. This is what the build looks like. It's a pretty awful build, to be honest with you, but it works here on what's it called, on Jupiter, so I guess it's useful. Maybe a little bit more range would have been nice, but honestly, nonetheless, it's a pretty good build. At least for Io on Jupiter. Of course, there's no benefit in playing Steel Path because the 100% extra resource chance that you get is useless because the Oxium Ospreys already have a 100% chance of dropping Oxium, so there's no point in playing Steel Path. So definitely just play ordinary on Jupiter. And another cool thing here is going to be that you are gonna get Meso relics. So Meso relics are very useful, and this is I guess the main location of farming Meso relics, at least in my opinion, and maybe some other people's opinion. So yeah, it's 2 birds with 1 stone. The setup is going to be basically the same as in other defense missions. Korra, Speed, Nova, Necros. You don't need Wisp here. Hydroid is kinda okay-ish. You might need him, but you have to remember that the stacking has been removed from Warframe, so the resource, I guess, drops. Stacking has been removed, so you have to keep that in mind. Maybe Necros, I guess not Necros, but what's his name? Hydroid maybe to, I don't know, lock up another area instead of Korra, but if you have a decent range Korra, you're not gonna have to worry about that in any sort of sense. I played for 10 waves. This is not my only mission. I just recorded this one because it was pretty cool that I had a Necros. I played around 5 or 6 missions, and I think it was this was my, I think it's the last one or second to last one. So honestly, around like 800, 700, somewhere around there in their ballpark. I almost got 900, but I guess it is luck based. You have to keep that in mind. Sometimes a little bit less Oxium Ospreys are going to spawn. Sometimes Necros is Desecrate or Chorus Strangledome is not going to work. So, you know, it's kind of iffy in that situation. But basically, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I make content on almost a daily basis. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next one. The Gaming Weasel over and out. Peace.